Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another week of Tarot Tuesday. I see that we have some people who are joining us in the chat already for some live tarot and oracle readings where we start out with a group message followed by individual readings. And then if you stick around until the end, there is a pick a card. That way everyone receives a personal message. So I believe people are getting their notifications at this time. So I will just say hello to those of us who are here. Hello, Chris. Good evening. How are you this evening? I see Chris says, what is up with the chat? I'm not sure, Chris. The chat looks normal on my end. Good evening to Doreen of the Children's School of Yoga. Hello, Arwen G. Thank you for being here. Good evening to Karen Suki. Hello, what a lovely day. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Mercury retrograde for sure. Strange things happening with our technology. Absolutely. So we are approaching the new moon. We have the new moon in Pisces tomorrow. So this is a great time to set your intentions, what it is you would like to manifest over the next 28 to 30 days, this new moon cycle. So think about what it is that you are hoping to achieve. Really find some time to go inward, connect in with the energy of the new moon. If you're not sure what you want to manifest, that's okay as well. It's always a great time to check in with your soul and ask your soul what it is that it is yearning for or longing for at this time. Because remember, I say this every week, your soul holds the blueprint for why you have chosen to incarnate at this time, what your life purpose or purpose is, because your life purpose doesn't have to be one grand thing that never changes. Your purpose can change over time. What you're doing at this part of your life or this time in your life is part of your soul's purpose. Good evening, Yvette. Thank you for joining us. And I see Chris wrote that his chat disappears. Wow, that's interesting. That's not happening on my end. I don't know if you try refreshing your screen, if that will fix the issue. I really don't know. I am not that tech savvy. I usually have to ask someone else how to fix something. My way of fixing things is turn it off and back on or hit refresh. And beyond that, that's the extent of my knowledge. So it should be an exciting evening. After this, our friend Adam of the Medium channel is doing a live stream. I believe he is doing the new moon forecast, the 5 things to know. So if you want to join Adam at 8 p.m., if you just type in the Medium channel in your search bar on YouTube, he should definitely pop up. So I will read for us this evening. Like I said, I start with the group message, and then I open us up for personal questions. I will do as many as I can. I will try to keep this to about an hour. So I'll read as many as I can within that time frame, and then I will do the pick a card. So let me just get us started here, connecting in with the group energy so I can get a message for the group for this week. You know, it's really interesting. I don't know. Good evening, Trista. I was thinking about you earlier today. I was thinking perhaps we should do some sort of a joint live stream or collaboration. I have no idea any specifics, but that has been popping into my head recently. But We will have to get in touch off camera. But thank you for joining us. So I started to say it's interesting. I've been doing EFT tapping, and it has really helped me to do some healing. One of the things, I'm not sure if I've shared this with this group. I probably have, but more so in the chat if I'm on someone else's channel. But one of the things that I have struggled with my entire life, and even more so recently, off and on, is anxiety. Anxiety is something I have had since childhood. And then, I have had some experiences in life that led to PTSD or complex PTSD. So my body, and I don't always realize it, but my body carries a lot of tension and a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. So I've been doing these EFT tapping, and I might feel like I'm completely calm, like I don't have stress, nothing's really bothering me. And then I start doing these tappings, and I feel like this release of energy, this release of tension in my body, in my mind. And I just wanted to bring up that you have no idea what your body is holding on to until you start working with energy, working with healing energy, whether it be something like tapping, or I also practice Reiki. So feeling the Reiki energy and doing body scans on myself and releasing, it's amazing. So I just wanted to remind people that self-care is really, really important, because you may not realize what you are holding on to. You may feel like everything's going smooth, but your body, there's a book, I believe it's called Your Body Keeps the Score. And I firmly believe that your body holds on to memory until you're ready to acknowledge and process and release it. Your body's going to store everything. So, yes, Doreen, tapping is easy to do. It really is. It is so simple. I did purchase the Tapping Solution app. It's by Nick, Jessica, and Alex Ortner. They are siblings, and it has been wonderful. It's life-changing. And yes, you can do tapping anywhere. You don't even need an app. If you just learn how to tap, you can do it anywhere. So very simple, and I really enjoy it. So I feel like we are still in this state of cleansing and clearing, healing and purging, individually and as a collective. So don't forget your self-care. I just wanted to put that message out there. All right, so connecting in with the group energy. Connecting in with the group energy. What is the general message for this group for the week? Oh, here we go. We have one coming right out. Okay, so we have full moon. Protect your energy and hold your stars close. So I see this again as that self-care, not necessarily shutting the outside world out or shutting people out, but really just caring for yourself, doing whatever it is that comes to you naturally or is part of your daily routine. Do whatever it is that allows you to feel like you are balanced, like your energy is your own, like you are nurturing yourself. So this is really a good time for not allowing the noise of the outside world to disturb your peace. As some of you may be familiar with Radley Valentine, who is with Hay House, and most recently I joined a workshop of his, and he says, out there, not in here. And I believe this, protecting your energy, yes. Allow the world and the unpleasant energy, the chaos, allow it to play out the way it's meant to out there. You don't have to absorb it. Okay, so let's get a theme for this group for the week. What is the theme for the, ooh, and I'm throwing them on the floor. So let me just grab those cards, but this is the one that's coming out for us. Okay, so I see this one here, tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. So with this new moon coming up, new moon is time for new energy, new beginnings, manifestation, and celebrate. Find ways to bring more joy into your life. I see celebrating with others for some of you. So you may have a special event or some opportunity may come up to get together with others. And this is the time to say yes, because that will help to raise your vibration. And raising your vibration is all part of manifesting, because you want to connect in with that source energy. You want to connect in with the happiness, the joy. And I'm also seeing accomplishments here, that some in this group have accomplished specific goals. And it's time to give yourself credit for that. Every small step or major milestone, make sure you're taking the time to celebrate. So really a nice time for raising the vibration. Good evening, Bonnie, and hello, Maria. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's continue with what our soul would like us to know this week. What would our soul like us to know? Deeper than before. Deeper than before. So I'm seeing that it is time to go deeper within, deeper into yourself, your higher self, your soul essence. What is it that your soul is calling you to do? Ask yourself that question. What is my soul calling me to do at this time? And go even deeper. For some, this is to do with healing also. Go deeper within. Really embody and embrace who you are and what you came here to achieve. I feel like some of us have been on this spiritual journey for a while. You've been living a specific path or purpose. But I'm seeing like you've been skimming the surface. And I don't want to say just going through the motions, because I feel like you have been doing it with passion and excitement, but now it's time to go that layer deeper, because there's more to be uncovered. What else can you uncover at this time? Like if there's something that you've been working on, Spirit's saying, something you've been working on, how can you go even deeper? Like, what is the next step really to get serious about your path? Something you've been working on and maybe you haven't been giving it your all. Yeah, like how can you give even more? How can you dedicate even more of yourself? How can you make your practice part of a daily routine is what I'm seeing here. So that's pretty exciting. Go deeper than before. Okay, and let's see. What are we manifesting? Yes, Bonnie Binsky, perfect wording. Step up your game. Absolutely. Okay, hello, Millie. Hello, Victor. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what are we manifesting? Discontent and boredom. Yeah, so what I see here is if you've been working on a specific goal or you've been engaging in a specific practice, but you feel more like it's a habit than it is engagement, like you're not fully engaging. What I see is new information coming to you. Yeah, this is new information, a new perspective, new joy. I see you releasing, like, because you've been content with where you are, but now in going a step further, you're releasing content and you're finding a way to really find joy. So rather than looking at what is right in front of you, I see you turning towards the light, turning towards a new perspective, turning towards more joy, more gratitude, and really engaging and being passionate about your goals and your practice. So it's time for releasing discontent and boredom. Go within. I'm seeing there is some darkness here, and I'm seeing with that darkness, this going within and you asking yourself how to create more joy, how to create more love, how to live more from the heart. Because diving into that darkness, going deeper, is going to shine the light on what you haven't been able to see up until this point. And now let's see how we can best work with this energy to release this discontent and boredom. The Queen of Pentacles. So creating the life that you desire, taking charge rather than waiting for the outside world to change or for someone to help you, you being the center of the creation, you looking at what it is that you want to accomplish and coming up with the plan, creating that career. I'm seeing this has to do a lot with career, with a job or a business, something that you're wishing to create that could help to boost your income as well, boost your financial standing, or even just your place in society, your social status. Nurture that project. Nurture that dream. Ask yourself, what is the next step in creating the life that I desire? So taking steps to create the life you desire will help you to release that discontent and boredom. And let's get, yes, Millie. Millie says, beautiful, resonating, Laura. Main character vibes. Absolutely. You are the main character. Absolutely. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't wait for others to give her the job that she wants or boost her career or start a business. She goes after it. She finds her way. And I say she because it's feminine energy, but she, it can be male or female. It doesn't have to be just a woman. This applies to both male and female. It's feminine energy because she works with her intuition and then takes action. She creates from a place of stability and a place of purpose. And I see Doreen is saying totally on the money, at least for me. Oh, wonderful. And thank you for that compliment. Love your community readings. Thank you, Doreen. So let's get one last card for the group. What angel would like to work with us this week? Okay. This message comes from your guardian angels. Ask us to help you focus on every experience that brings a smile or a laugh. Then watch those moments multiply exponentially. So this week, you want to bring more joy into your life. And laughter and smiling raises the vibration. And the more you can do that, the more you will find things that bring you joy and laughter. And the affirmations you can use: I find joy in the simplest moments of life. I have power over my own happiness. Okay. So that is what I have for the group. And I'm hoping that resonates with you. I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings. And now, if you would like a personal reading, if you could type into the chat in capital letters so I don't miss it, that you would like a reading, please do that at this time. I'm just going to grab a sip of my water. So if you would like a personal reading, okay, so what a lovely day. I will write your name down. Okay. Who else would like a reading this evening? So far we have what a lovely day. I think I saw Maria earlier requesting a reading. So Maria, I'm going to write your name down. Okay, anybody else? I'm not sure if the chat froze because nothing is coming through on my end. It ended with what a lovely day. So hopefully the chat is still working. Okay, Millie, absolutely. Let's get you on the list. Okay, and anyone else would like a reading this evening? Witchy Trista, testing. Yes, that's how I felt just a minute ago. Okay. All right, so let's get started here. Oh, we have Karen Suki and Trista. Okay, let me put you both on the list. Trista, Suki. Okay. So let's get us started. I will mix them up. And okay, Arwen, I will add you to the list as well. Okay. So let me just put Arwen. Is it Arwen G? Arwen G. Okay. All right. So first we have Maria. So Maria, what is your question this evening? I believe it's Maria Scorpio. I believe that's who it is. Maria Scorpio. Okay. All right. I will give Maria just another moment. Maybe Maria is no longer in the chat. Okay. All right, we will move on. Okay, Millie. Millie, what is your question? Okay. We'll give Millie a moment to write her question in the chat. And then we will get started with our first individual reading. A general reading. Okay, wonderful, Millie. So let me just connect in with your energy. Okay. Okay. So Millie, when I connect in with your energy, right away I'm drawn to my throat chakra. I'm feeling there's a lot of throat chakra healing and clearing, a lot of speaking up, claiming your power, sharing your experiences. But I'm also drawn to my right ear, so listening as well. So listening to spirit. Perhaps you're receiving messages through song, through thought. And Millie says, yes, lots of throat chakra healing. Okay, so let's get a card for Millie. What would Spirit like you to know at this time? I see this one here. Positive movement forward. So Millie, what I'm seeing here is you're working on, I feel like, a new location for you. I don't know if this is moving house, moving to a new location, a new adventure, a new journey, something you've been working on creating, where you planted the seeds and it seemed like, where's that breakthrough? I'm waiting, and you weren't really able to see the fruits of your labor. But what I see now is, it's like the wind. I'm seeing the wind. The wind is in your sail now, and you're being pushed forward. You're being pushed into the direction of what it is you've been trying to create, and that things around you are now calm. That whatever obstacles were in your way, whatever challenges, whatever clearing that needed, whatever needed to be cleared out and space made is now away. It's moved out of your way. So Spirit's saying, keep moving forward. Keep moving towards the light, because you already laid the groundwork, and now it's just a matter of refining your skills, being in Spirit saying, even if you have to be the student, perhaps someone is teaching you, and it could feel like, I don't know if you've been feeling like you're behind. That's what's coming in right now, is perhaps you have felt like you should be further along at this point in your life. And Spirit saying you're exactly where you're meant to be. That there is no time frame or age that we are meant to do things. It's okay to feel like you are the student later in life, because you're not starting out as a student who is 18. You're starting out as a student who has so much life experience and knowledge behind you. So you're accelerating. And let's get another card for you. The feeling behind is the perfectionist coming. Okay. That perfectionist, yes. Okay, that makes sense, Millie. So let's see, how can you work with this energy? Balance. So everything in moderation. Take a look at what fills you up. What do you wish you had more time for? And what is draining your energy? What are things you're doing that are not really necessary, but maybe they're more habit? And see how you can balance some of that energy. Just take some energy to put towards the things that bring you joy and love, laughter, things that raise your vibration, things that help to create the life that you are trying to create, that dream life. And also finding balance between the physical and the spiritual. Because what I see here is that you may need to be creative and you may need to integrate the two. That sometimes we think our spiritual life is separate from our physical life, or we think our spiritual practice must be separate from what we're doing in our physical reality, that we need to carve out a certain room in our house and a certain time to dedicate to spiritual practice. And although that's true, that's not always what time or life allows. So just bringing prayer and gratitude into all that you do. So find the balance between listening to your soul and to spirit, and taking physical action. And just remember that you have all the tools that you need to succeed. And you are supported. So just trust that with Spirit's guidance, you can create any reality that you set your mind to. Yeah, at times juggling schedules, yes. I imagine that must be a lot, especially when you have school-age children or college age, yes. Okay, now let's get one last card for you. Okay, so emotional withdrawal. So it may be time to leave certain things behind. It may be time to go on that emotional journey, because it seems like, how do I put this into words? It seems like there may be something that you're needing to face or experience, and there's this hesitation, there's this feeling that it's really an exercise in futility. But what Spirit is saying is, by journeying into the unknown, that allows you to find the road to happiness and emotional fulfillment. That sometimes we need to face what is beneath the surface, face what we've been putting off or maybe even suppressing. So I see you coming to that point. where you're ready to go deeper than before. You're ready to take that journey. So Millie, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonates, and I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, hello to Angela and hello to Josh. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's see who will be next. Who will be next? Okay, so Millie says, yes, made some progress expressing those conversations today. Excellent, Laura. So positive and good to be reminded of things. Thank you, beautiful. You are so welcome, Millie. Okay, so we have, Arwen G, you are next. RWENG, what is your question? Wow. My throat is really dry today. It is got pretty chilly here again in southern New Hampshire. The wind was really whipping, and I think, Arwen G, what is your question? Do you have a specific question, or are you looking for a general reading? So with it being cold outside, the heat is running more, and I think it really dries. But plus I have this raspy voice anyway, regardless. But yeah, the wind is wild here too. Yes, Millie. And I know some areas of the country within the past couple of days had, was it yesterday, had tornado warnings? Was it Virginia, I think? Yeah. Okay. What's coming towards me? Okay. So Arwen G, I'm going to connect in with your energy, and we will take a look at what is coming towards you. What can you expect next? Arwen G. So Arwen, when I connect in with your energy, right away I feel my shoulders drop. I feel like you're releasing some burdens, releasing some stress, releasing tension. And Spirit saying, don't forget to move. That movement, physical movement, swaying. I'm feeling like Tai Chi or Qigong type energy. Just feeling energy, feeling the flow of energy can really assist with well-being and help to connect you to source. So perhaps you're already feeling energy flowing through you. All right, so let's get a card. What is coming towards you? I see this one here. So solitude. I see this as going within. Taking some time for self-discovery. Finding out who you are and what is important to you. Really connecting in with your soul and asking yourself why you chose to incarnate at this time. Spending time alone, spending time in self-reflection, also spending time reflecting on information that you have gathered so far. Information about, I feel like this has to do with spiritual awakening or your spiritual path. Reflecting on what you have learned and what feels true for you. What aspects of what you've learned are important to you? because I feel like this is a time for learning. Learning not only about yourself, but also about the universe, about creation, and about connection to source, connection to energy. So perhaps you've been doing some energy work as well. And I do see this period of time as being really important for you, because you're going to take a step. You may be taking a step back right now, but then you're going to step out, step forward, and emerge as, I'm hearing the word wise leader, as someone who has information to share with others and to assist others in their path and purpose. So remember that just because you don't see huge changes happening in your outer world doesn't mean there's not a lot happening in your inner world, because that's where I see you are right now. Your inner world is really changing and expanding. So let's get another card for you. Oh, wow. Doreen, North Carolina had tornado warnings. Wow. Okay. All right. So when we are continuing. Maria, I will get you next, because yes, I did call your name. So you will be next. Okay, so Arwen, let's continue. How can you work with this energy? Arwen G, how can you best work with this solitude? Or in the traditional tarot, this would be the hermit. Okay. Oh, we have one coming right out. Okay, so discontent and boredom. And this is what this card looks like. So what Spirit is saying here is to walk into the shadow. What are you not seeing? Ask your soul to reveal to you, or ask Spirit to reveal to you what it is that you're not seeing. Ask your soul, what are you longing for? What would bring more joy into your life? How can you live in more fully, live in alignment with your true self? Because what I see here is there's happiness, there's contentment, but how do you reach that state of joy? And I believe that connecting in with your soul and asking your soul to guide you. What are you not seeing at this point in time? Yeah, and Spirit saying, go deep within. I'm hearing facing disappointment. So those disappointments in life, those things that didn't go exactly to plan, those things that maybe, I don't want to say brought heartache, but were disappointing. Those experiences, and maybe they could have brought heartache. Ask yourself how you can reframe that now. What did you learn from those experiences? And then release any sadness. But first, face what you've learned, because there's always a lesson. How have you grown is what I'm hearing. So your soul's just guiding you to really be true and honest with yourself. Take inventory of how you feel, of where things, what memories or experiences maybe holding you back from that true joy and fulfillment. And let's get one last card for you. Let's get one last card. Okay. So temptation. So what I see here is you really facing those lower vibrational states, those parts of yourself that maybe you'd rather not face. Any temptation, any habits that you're trying to release or that you know are not serving you. I see you finding the key of how to move forward, how to let things go that don't serve you. Because remember, you're not really tied to anything or anyone. Nothing has power over you. It may create the illusion that a habit or a thought or a specific vice has power over you. But in reality, you're learning about your own strength. You're unlocking the information that you need to overcome any lower vibrational or I guess for lack of a better word, for lower vibrational experiences. Anything that's not serving you, you're learning how to overcome. You're learning how to let it go. So Arwen G, I'm hoping that makes sense to you. That is what I have, and I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, Maria, you will be next. And if you could type your question into the chat. Maria. Okay, Maria. Okay, hello Izzy. Maria says, I had an oral operation on my gums. I had a cyst removed. I'm wondering, is it infected or how will the healing go? I am going to the dentist tomorrow. Okay. All right, so you want to take a look at the process, how things will go for you. Okay, so Maria, let me just connect in with your energy. So Maria, when I connected with your energy, I'm drawn to the gut area. This is the sacral chakra. The sacral is responsible for our emotions, creativity. I don't remember the organ that it's linked to, probably our digestive system. But I'm feeling like this is where you carry worry or stress. So Spirit's talking about just alleviating worry, stress, fear. And I'm feeling like my body wanting to sway. So movement, doing something creative, maybe even journaling, writing down your thoughts. If you like to write or draw or paint. Something along those lines. But Spirit's also talking about do trust your gut, but you want to balance your emotions. You want to balance your emotions. So that way your intuition can speak to you more clearly. And trusting your gut will feel more aligned for you. Okay. All right. And Maria says, yes, I've been in pain because of my breakup. I'm lonely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move on to your question. What can Spirit show us about your oral health? Oh, we have cards coming out right away. Okay. So this is about facing your fears. That things are not always revealed to us right away. Sometimes we can't see how things are going, or we can see how things are going. We can't see what the outcome will be from a certain situation. That sometimes we have to go through a process before we are able to see more clearly what the reasoning behind the process is, or the reason behind the lesson. But Spirit is saying, face your fears, because it's okay to be stressed and worried. But going through this process is actually making you stronger. Going through this process reveals to you that you are more capable than you think you are. That it's showing you your own inner strength. That you don't necessarily need the outside world or other people to give validation in order for you to feel safe. That every step forward you take, going through this medical procedure, I'm seeing has been part of facing your fears, that this has caused you stress and worry. But when you get to the other side, you realize that yes, this was uncomfortable, but you have this aha moment, like, I am so capable. I faced this, so now I can face other things down the road. You're finding your own strength here, is what I'm seeing. You're allowing this. You're allowing external validation to be replaced with internal strength. So I'm seeing light here. That there are things that are uncomfortable, and they may seem dark, But you are healing. You are on the right path. You are on the road to healing. This will not remain. It will end. And the card Destiny came out as well. Hello, Cyan. Thank you for joining. And hello to Lakeside Laura. It's nice to see you. Okay, so the card Destiny also came out. And what I see Spirit is saying here is to keep moving forward. Allow endings to take place that need to end. And take advantage of new beginnings. Take advantage of new opportunities in your life. Because I'm seeing this heart healing, that this journey, this journey with your health is part of your personal healing process. You are meant to learn from this experience. And like I said in the beginning, what I see here is you are meant to learn about your own inner strength, your own personal power, your own capabilities. So this experience had to happen in order for you to move to the next phase of your life. And I see many possibilities here. And what Spirit is saying is the possibility that becomes reality depends on what choice or what decision you choose. What path will you take? Will you choose to heal? Will you choose to see your own strength? Or will you cling to the past? So you're at this crossroads, this time in your life where you can choose this version of Maria, which is your higher timeline, the one that acknowledges how strong you are. Or are you going to choose to let fear win? So let's get another card for you. Let's get another card. What is the likely outcome here? Okay. So I do see the card says financial and material changes. So what Spirit is saying here is don't spread yourself too thin. Pick one area that you want to focus on for healing or personal growth and put your energy into that area. And Spirit is also saying to a shift in perspective will serve you well. So rather than focusing on what you have lost, focus on how you are growing, how you're healing. Focus on what you would like to create in your life. And as far as the timeline here, I am seeing the number 5. So this could be 5 days. This could be 5 weeks. But you will see the change. You will see how the effort that you have put in, going to the dentist, getting the procedure done, going through the healing, you will see how all of that has accumulated and you will see the growth. So Maria, that is what I have for you. I don't see 5 months. It could be because, with tarot, it's always hard to get an exact timeline. What I see here is I'm seeing like cooler weather. So I'm feeling cooling. And that could be like the fall. Usually if the card that comes out is Pentacles, we're looking towards the fall months. But my intuition tells me we're not looking at months. We're looking at days or weeks. So 5 weeks would be closer to 1 month. But I'm not ruling out that it could take 5 months. I am saying that is a possibility. So, Maria, that is what I have for you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Hello, Scotty boy. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so we are going to end here. As I said earlier, our friend Adam of the Medium channel is doing a live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So what we will do is we will do our pick a card at this time. So that way everyone here can receive a personal message. So if you would like to participate, you're going to choose either the number 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. So let's get, whoops, that'll be for number 1. Let's get a card for number 2. I see this one. And a card for number 3. Okay. If you chose the number 1, your number is 13. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real and optimistic. But practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. And your affirmation, I am confident. So this is for number 1. Your number is 13. If you chose number 2, your number is 27. Your mind is wide open, and you are tolerant and compassionate towards all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. And your affirmation, I am expressive. If you chose number 3, your number is 31. Your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas, and you have the organizational skills to manifest them to life. In your affirmation, I am disciplined. Okay, so I would just like to thank you all once again for being here. If you would like to book a personal reading or healing with me, my website is listed in the pinned comments. If you want to email me, I love hearing about, especially those of you who have received a reading from me, and I like hearing how things played out for you. Were there any surprises? Did everything play out the way the cards showed? I just love hearing about your experiences. So feel free to email me, and that's also in the pinned comments, info@letspiritguide.com. Also, donations are not required, but they are always appreciated. So if you feel called to make a donation, you may do so through either my PayPal or my Venmo, and that is in the pinned comments. If you could give this live stream a thumbs up, that really does help the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I am here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. When this live stream ends, if you could leave a comment, that also helps. And share this with someone who you think may resonate with these messages. Thank you all once again for joining this evening. I hope that you stay happy, stay healthy, stay whole, and as always, let Spirit guide.